Hi. So I just did, today's a rest day in the program I'm actually doing. So I did the Clean Week cardio program, which anybody who's doing Clean Week, that's the one you're doing today. And Megan does a pretty good job of modifying if you have trouble with your knees or, don't jump. Most of us are in an older age category and jumping can be really rough on the knees, so you step into instead of jumping. But the thing I really want to talk about is respiratory problems. So I'm an asthmatic. I've had asthma my whole life. I was diagnosed at 8 years old, but I definitely had it before that. I was the kid who sat out gym because I couldn't breathe. I always had my inhalers. Breathing was a real problem, and it was exercise induced. And what's so annoying about that is what helps to improve exercise-induced asthma is actually improving your cardio health, so exercising. And one of the best tricks I learned is something called pursed lip breathing. I actually can do it while I exercise now, but it took a little practice. But if you're starting to have difficulty breathing, slow it down, don't stop. And you're going to do something called pursed lip breathing. And that means you breathe out of a little hole in your mouth as if you're blowing out a candle, really narrow stream. You breathe out for 4, and then you breathe in for 2. So I'm going to show you. You go. So really what you're doing is you're slowing your breathing down, you're providing resistance behind the breath. And so when you're having difficulty breathing and you start to get those like really quick shallow breaths, you really want to stop doing what they're doing on the video, but just walk around and do the pursed lip breathing and see if you can get it under control with that. When I had my 2 pregnancies, I didn't want to take all of the medication that I normally take. I've been on nebulizers and inhalers. I had, singular pill form theophylline, which is a really old school asthma medication. But obviously during pregnancy, I wanted to really minimize medication. And so every time I got an asthma attack, I would start with pursed lip breathing. And like 99% of the time, I could stop the asthma attack just with the pursed lip breathing. So obviously take your medication as prescribed, but don't make it stop you from exercising, because exercise is so important in improving your pulmonary health. It's improved mine. I still, I lean towards strength training, I think in part because cardio flares up my asthma. I still haven't been able to get into running for that reason, especially being outside in the cold air. But the next program I'm doing is an all-out cardio program, and I tend to shy away from them, but I'm going to give it a shot, and I think I'm going to be okay. I've really improved my health doing this, and you can too.